Hello, welcome to this guided meditation with the elemental dragons. Try to find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed whilst you do this. If it does happen, know you can start again and the magic will not be lost. You can come back to this at any time to work with your guardian dragon or meet any other dragons who may be here to help you at this time. First of all, get yourself into a comfortable position. This can either be seated or lying down. Now take 3 gentle breaths in and out. You find yourself on an ancient wooden bridge. As you walk over it, you can hear the water below. It feels very calming and tranquil. Stepping off the bridge, you look ahead and realise you're in an ancient forest. It feels so old and wise, like it's been here since the world began. The sun is breaking through the canopy of trees, bringing an ethereal light to the forest. As you look around the forest on your journey onwards, you see huge trees of ash, oak and elder. Their branches are covered in moss and you can smell the damp earth of the woodland. You can hear birds chirping from their nests in the trees and it makes you smile. The forest itself feels enchanted, like it's alive. This doesn't give you any fear, as it all seems so familiar, like this is not the first time you've journeyed through here. Ahead on the path, you see rabbits hopping about playfully. They briefly stop their play and look at you, welcoming you to their forest home. As you look down, you realise you're on an old cobbled path, winding into the forest with ferns on either side of you. You run your fingertips over the ferns, feeling them tickle as you do so. You start to follow this path deeper and deeper into the forest. The light is not quite so bright here now, but you feel no fear. You can see a pool to your left with dragonflies dancing across the surface of the water. At least that's what they look like from this distance away. Could it be something else? As you travel further down the path, you see a ring of toadstools. Yes, some fairies have this forest as their home. You're certain of that now. You look down at a beautiful patch of bluebells growing on the forest floor and catch a glimpse of something out of the corner of your eye. It's an orb of beautiful translucent light, and it feels like it wants you to follow it. You venture off the path, starting to follow the orb now. You can feel tingles starting to move up and down your spine as you realise this orb is leading you somewhere. Off in the distance, you realise you can hear giggles coming from the fairies of the forest. They're excited for you to take this journey too. Still following the orb, you see a tree larger than you've ever seen before coming into your vision. It is ancient, with gnarled branches and exposed roots. This tree is magical, and you can feel the power it has radiating off it. It feels like this tree has been here since even before the world began. The orb is moving slowly towards the tree, and you feel drawn to follow it. You realise as you draw closer to the tree, it has a natural doorway in it. The orb disappears inside the doorway. As you examine the outside of the tree, you realise there are carvings in the bark on it. Although it's not in any language you've ever seen before, you know what it means and that you've been in this exact place before. You run your fingers over the carvings and feel the magic that flows through them. You walk through the doorway and into the tree. The orb is patiently waiting for you inside. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you notice some steps leading down further into the tree, into the earth itself. You take a deep breath and let it out, knowing 10 steps are leading to the cavern below. The orb moves in front of you, lighting the way down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are now inside the cavern, inside the tree. As you look ahead of you, you see a light. There is a portal here. It is glowing and translucent and has all the colours you could ever imagine in it. The portal is shimmering with what looks like starlight. The edges of this portal are the roots of the tree. They are wrapped around it in an intricate design, almost holding it in place. The swirling energy of the portal draws you near. You have a knowing about this portal. It can take you wherever you so desire. You just have to set the intention in your mind. This is your gateway to all of the dimensions. You stand in front of the portal and set the intention to travel to the realm of the dragons. You take one long, slow, deep breath, close your eyes, and as you gently breathe out, you step through the portal and into the dragon realm. As your vision adjusts to this realm, you see your dragon in front of you. This is your guardian dragon, and you may have met them before. Today we're going to go on a healing journey with them to heal any emotional, physical, mental and spiritual pain you may have been going through. Your dragon knows the way and is happy to help you with any healing you may need. He invites you onto his back and you find yourself there as if by magic. He takes up into the skies of the dragon realm and onwards towards adventures and healing. Your dragon lands gently in an open grassy clearing. In front of you stands the earth dragon. He plods towards you and towers over you. He's the most striking shade of green, as though he was made by the earth itself. He has small horns on either side of his head. They look like miniature trees and have tiny blossoms on them. He leans down to get a better look at you. As his eyes meet yours, you see a sadness dwelling there. This magnificent dragon can feel all of the pain you have ever been through in the entirety of your life. He senses emotions, and his particular gift is to help you transmute them. He wishes to help you, and all you need to do is let him. The earth dragon has been helping humans deal with difficult emotions since the dawn of time. What emotions are you willing to let go of today? Will you let the earth dragon help you? If you agree to do this, he asks you to step forward now. You take a tentative step forward and he asks you to place both hands on his chest where his heart is. He will use his infinite heart to heal yours. As you place your hands on his heart, you feel roots start to grow down from your feet and into the earth itself. You notice that this is happening to the earth dragon as well, and he cranes his neck to look down at you to make sure all is well. You are both grounded into the earth, and it's time to let go of those emotions which have been holding you back. The earth dragon asks you to close your eyes and call those emotions forward now. Feel them rise from wherever they're hiding in your body and pour them through your hands. They move like swirling green energy into the heart of the earth dragon. The earth dragon asks you to keep moving this energy out of your body and into his until the very last drop of it has gone from your body. When you feel this is complete, open your eyes. As you open your eyes, you see flowers starting to sprout and grow from the ground. There are tulips, roses, snowdrops and bluebells all springing up from the ground. There are so many flowers of different shapes, sizes and colours, all growing now. They're filling the whole clearing with vibrancy and life. The earth dragon steps back from you and the roots go back into the earth where they belong. He explains to you these flowers were your trapped emotions and now they have been transmuted and set free. We don't need to hold on to emotions from the past, as they can stop us from seeing the beauty of today. He thanks you for doing this and pouring life into the land. He looks around and laughs in delight. It is a beautiful, deep and rumbling sound, like it came from inside the earth. It is time to go now, but whenever you are working through any emotional difficulty, remember to call on the earth dragon or come to his clearing and visit with him. You walk towards your guardian dragon and as if by magic, you find yourself on his back. It is time to journey onwards and he leaps off the ground and takes flight. You are soaring above the realm now and your dragon knows exactly where to go next. He starts to head back down slowly and you can see what is forming below you. There is a vast waterfall beneath you. As the light hits it, you see fractals of a rainbow and glints of gold in the spray which come off it. It is pouring into a beautiful tranquil pool, which is surrounded by smooth grey stones. The surface of the water is very calm, which strikes you as odd as there's water pouring into it at a rapid rate. This water seems to be made of clouds, for it's so light it doesn't even cause a small ripple. As you fly over the pool, you realise it is very deep and so blue, with just the edges of it being tinged by green. Your dragon lands softly on the lush green grass next to the pool. Almost immediately, a dragon bursts exuberantly through the waterfall, loops in the air, turns around, laughs and starts to look at you. This is the water dragon. She is the most stunning shade of blue and her skin ripples with dewdrops like 1,000 diamonds shining in the sun. She has the biggest smile on her face and is full of joy at seeing you. The water dragon's gift is to heal any physical pain. She wants everyone to feel as alive and vibrant as she does. She asks you if you'd like her to heal any physical pain or if you'd just like to be relaxed and revitalized. What pain are you willing to let go of today? Will you let the water dragon help you? If you choose to do this, she asks you to start stepping towards the water. As the cool water touches your toes, you feel relaxation start to settle there. The water is then up to your knees and they feel so calm and relaxed. The water is deep now and you lean back and start to float in it, feeling it enveloping your whole body in this sense of peace. Looking up to the beautiful blue skies, the water dragon is floating above you. She welcomes you to her home. The water in this pool is all infused with all of her healing energy, and it makes her smile to see you floating in it and healing. She asks you if there's any other parts of your physical self she can help with healing. As you agree to this, she squeals with joy and starts to dip under the water, which holds you solid as if you were lying on a solid surface. The dragon is holding you in place while she dips under the water and creates delicious splashes. Feel these droplets hitting all of the areas of your body. As you do, feel the deep healing starting to happen there. You see her swirling around you, dropping all this magical healing energy onto you, and all you need to do is accept it. Let's just rest here for a minute. When your body feels rested and rejuvenated, simply swim towards the grassy bank by the side of the pool. The water dragon comes to rest beside you and wraps her tail around you in a hug of sorts. She giggles. She's so happy that she could help you feel better. She scoops a small drop of water from the pool and blows on it. Instantly, it becomes solid, and she offers you this as a gift. It's a remembrance for you that your body can heal, and you just need to trust it. That doesn't mean you can't come here to the Pool of Tranquility and visit with the water dragon, for you are welcome here at any time. However, now it's time to leave. The water dragon offers you a hug and you realise her eyes are the most beautiful shade of violet you've ever seen. This is the shade of healing. Whenever you feel weakened or sore, think of this colour and it will ease for you. You wave goodbye to the beautiful water dragon and take flight once again. Your dragon doesn't fly up quite so high this time, so you can see the lush green land below. You can notice when the land changes into dry red sand, then from the red sand to black sand. Finally, the ground below you is hardened black rock with molten lava running through it. But this is the land of the fire dragons. You see a gigantic volcano rising in the centre of this land. Your dragon starts to head towards it, and before you know it, you're upon it. Your dragon dives into the volcano, and you feel the heat from below on your skin. You make a sharp left and enter a cave on the side of the volcano. As your dragon lands, you see soft puffs of soot being kicked up by this simple movement. Your dragon sneezes and you laugh. This wakes up the sleeping fire dragon who lives here. He looks at you with curiosity, but he doesn't often get visitors, and he has been sleeping for some time. In this cave around him there are huge crystals of ruby, garnet and carnelian. He gets up and stretches, yawning, which makes a small puff of smoke escape from his nostrils. He walks gently towards you, and each step creates a small patch of burnt earth beneath him. The fire dragon's gift is to remove negative and outdated thought patterns. He wants people to stop seeing the worst in themselves. He wants you to start seeing the best version of yourself. He would like to offer you this gift today. What thoughts are holding you back? Are you willing to let go of them today? Will you let the fire dragon help you? If you choose to do this, the dragon asks you to be prepared, as it takes a lot of courage to change your beliefs. You must be willing to let go of the negative and fly from the ashes like a phoenix. He starts to create a ring of fire like a tornado around you. He wants you to put all of those negative thought patterns into the fire. Let it suck away from you all of the enough, I'm not good enough, smart enough, rich enough, attractive enough. Time to give it all to the fire and burn it all down. Any negative thoughts you've had about yourself, send them out into the fire now. Let it burn it all away from your memory. Let it destroy it all. You do not need them anymore. It's time to rise like the phoenix and be the best version of you possible. Better than you ever thought was possible. When you have cleared these thoughts, I want you to step through the fire. It won't burn you or hurt you, but it takes a certain amount of courage to walk away from who you thought you were, especially if it's been with you for a while. Take a deep breath and step through the fire now. Like the new shoots that grow after a fire, you will grow new thought processes. Always think about yourself in a positive light. If you're a person that just walked through fire to get here, never forget that. The fire dragon looks at you and nods. He knows what you've just been through and he could not be prouder. He puffs out the fire, and just like that, the thoughts you carried for so long are gone. They're just dust now. He seems very sleepy again, because working with the mind can be hard work. Before we leave him to his rest, walk over and give him a small pet on his head by way of thank you. He purrs, or it could be a snore, as he's already sleeping again. If the negative thoughts ever start to creep back in, come and visit the fire dragon again. He will always be willing to help you burn them down. You look to the entrance of the cave where your dragon is waiting for you. His heart is swelled with pride at what he has just witnessed. We have one last stop to make on this journey, and you have earned this with all you've already been through. As if by magic, you find yourself back on your dragon's back and soar up and out of the volcano, leaving the sleeping fire dragon below. You fly over the dry and burnt land until the black rock becomes more like black sand. Then the colours start to shift again. They become lighter until the sand is the most stunning white colour. It's like millions of ground up crystals and it glitters fiercely. There are wonderful white towers up ahead, and you see dozens of air dragons flying around them, for this is their temple. You can tell your guardian dragon is smiling, but he will have friends to keep him company whilst you're off on your adventure. You fly towards the towers and find a nice round landing pad. When you land, the air dragons come over and start rubbing heads with your dragons by way of greeting. He seems very happy to be with friends. You turn around and see one dragon looking at you intently. She is to be your ally for the final part of this healing journey. She is a beautiful white dragon with iridescent scales all down the sides of her. She has white fluffy fur on the top of her body which looks so soft and warm. She looks at you and beckons you onto her back. You start to climb up and she nudges you up with her nose. She stands up and takes off into the air. You can see your guardian dragon playing with the other dragons as you soar up into the clouds. You fly even higher above the clouds and right up into the atmosphere. There is nothing to be afraid of, for you are with an air dragon and soaring to the highest perspectives is what they do. The air dragon's gift is to see things from a higher perspective. She wants everyone to be able to see the bigger picture. She asks you if you'd like to be shown the bigger picture. Where have you been holding yourself back and playing small? Or where have you made problems bigger than they are? Will you let the air dragon help you? The dragon starts to fly down. You see the ground below you, the area where you live, your home, your school or your place of work, and anywhere else you may have felt issues. From up here riding an air dragon, those problems don't seem quite so grand now, do they? You're seeing them from a higher perspective. Shall we let those go now? If you agree, let's go. The beautiful air dragon whooshes down past those buildings, the places where your problems were held, and blows them all away. They're just buildings now. You're flying so fast and she shoots back up into the atmosphere like a rocket. From up here you can't even see any problems. So next time you need to see the bigger picture, just visualize yourself up here on the air dragon. So where else don't you see from a higher perspective? Is this something you want to let go of? Pull those feelings up now. See them like white glowing orbs in front of you. Now hold on tight because it's time to blow them away. The air dragon loops and loops with you holding onto her back. The biggest smile of your life is on your face as it loops and whirls and creates a vortex to suck out all those white orbs and all those outdated beliefs. You feel so much lighter now, like you wouldn't even need the air dragon to fly. as you slowly glide back to the Temple of the Air Dragons and your guardian dragon playing below. She lands like a soft puff of feathers and you climb down. You instinctively walk to the front of her and wrap your arms around her head in the sweetest of embraces. You feel so much love from this sweet air dragon, and she reminds you to always see the bigger picture. If you ever need help doing this, come and visit her and go for a ride. She will be waiting for you. You rub her head and kiss the end of her nose, then you start walking back to your guardian dragon. He eyes you excitedly and trots straight over, and once again you find yourself on his back because it's time for the journey home. You fly back past the air dragons, across the desert to the molten land of the fire dragons, gliding past the beautiful pool of tranquility and the land of the water dragons, past the grassy clearing which is the land of the earth dragon, finally landing down next to the portal where we started our journey today. You climb down from your dragon and thank it for being with you here today. It nods, and although you can sense it's sad to see you go, it knows you have many adventures together still ahead of you. Before you're ready to leave, your dragon has one final gift for you. He asks you to rest your forehead against his. You instantly feel the connection you share. He asks you telepathically if you're ready to connect back to your source point. If you're ready for this to happen, it will reconnect for you now. You do not need to know the name. You do not need to put words to it. It is simply a feeling of pure alignment. Allow this to happen. You are back in alignment now. If any emotions or feelings come up as you do this, just allow yourself to feel them, for this is who you truly are. Step back from your dragon and give him a gentle pat or a hug, and now it's time to say goodbye for now. You step back through the portal of the tree. You thank the portal for taking you to be with your dragon and count your way back up the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're at the entrance to the ancient tree now. Thank the tree for showing you the way to the realm of the dragons, and know you can come back here at any time. This tree is the portal to all dimensions. You step back into the ancient forest and start walking towards the bridge. You remember this route now. You realise you always knew the way here and you had just forgotten it. You look around this ancient forest at the ancient ash, elder and oak trees and wonder how many lifetimes you've walked through this forest. Your senses seem to have been heightened and you can feel all the creatures of the forest from all the dimensions. They're all waiting for you to come back and visit with them. But for now, it's time to leave the enchanted forest, and you see the bridge ahead of you and hear the sounds of the water below. You walk over the bridge and find yourself back in your body. Take some time to come back into your body, slowly moving your fingers and toes, stretching your arms and shoulders, taking a few deep breaths, and when you're finally ready to, open your eyes.